The Jamaica Teachers Association JTA began its 58th annual conference this morning. The event will see teachers and school administrators strategizing their approach to the new academic year. Now, our reporter Jamila Maitland is in St. James to cover the event and now joins us live. Good evening, Jamila.
Thank you, Andrea. So that's true. The Jamaica Teachers Association has their conference, and it's actually for 2 days at the Hilton Rose Hall Resort in Montego Bay, St. James. Now, the public can expect several issues to be coming out of this forum. They're expected to talk about their budget for this year, that's the 2022-2023 academic school year. They're also expected to talk about their annual report. We're expecting a new JTA president as well. The Ministry of Education expected to come and to talk to teachers, to talk about some of the issues that they have been so vocal about in the media. We're also expected to hear from this committee called the Salaries and Report Committee. And this is where the teachers have been speaking with the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Education, and the public is expected to hear something coming out of that.
Loss due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and we've also been hearing about things like teacher migration. What's the mood like on the ground?
That's correct, Chizzy. So what's happening is that there is a lot of pressure being mounted right now on the Ministry of Education. We are hearing that the teachers are resting. We saw that study coming out from the research site, Global Complex, last week that ranked Jamaica as number 2 in the countries with the most brain drain right now, behind Somalia from Africa. And during a pre-conference at the Tarrant Church this morning, we heard from a member of the JTA, that's the General Secretary, and he's expecting big news coming out to the ministry, and we're hearing right now.
We're expecting very soon to receive a response from the Ministry of Finance, and we expect that that response is going to communicate to the nation, Jamaica, that the government of Jamaica takes education seriously, that the government of Jamaica have a very high regard for the nation's teachers, and that the government of Jamaica has its priorities in the right place.
So that was Kingsley from the ministry. That was Kingsley from the Jamaica Teachers Association. And you can see a lot of pressure, a lot of emotions, because why? There is a lot of issues going on right now, and for this year, it's the first time since the entire population, the entire public is going back to face-to-face school since the 2020-2021 academic school year. The teachers, everybody's going to be at school, and they're expecting a lot of issues to be coming out. So what he's asking is that the Ministry of Education should respond to a salary and compensation review, and everyone is expecting some good news coming out of that. But also we can see leadership. The helm of the Ministry of Education, we're seeing a lot of criticisms coming from there. We're seeing the opposition talking about the reason behind the brain drain. And the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, that is Favor Williams, she's expected to say something, and we're not sure what it is, but we are expecting some good news coming out of that.
Thank you very much, Jamila, and we look forward to your reports in Primetime News tomorrow, as well as the Midday News package.